Okay guys, so you know this is one of my favorite things in math, is that when we graph, we use the same type of notation always, forever and ever. So this h, because it's with our x, it goes to the left and right. So when I go to graph this, my vertex is hk. If a is bigger than 0, we know that our graph opens up. If a is less than 0, we know that our graph opens down. We also know that our a determines the size of our graph. So if a is a number that is not between -1 and +1, generally a fraction, then we know that our graph becomes narrower. If a is a fraction that is between -1 and 1, we know that our graph becomes more wide. So we know how to graph these. Remember, if you forget, you can always go to our favorite tool, Desmos. That is not cheating. Just type that bad boy in and you can look at it that way. But we can also graph the way we've done before, where we use our 1, 3, 5 rule and we graph using our HK. So in example number 1, we know that our H goes with our X, and when we're with our X, we go the opposite direction. So even though it looks like a -6, we're going to call it +6. And our K, that's because that's H there, and our K is -3. So we go over to 6 and down to -3, and we put our first dot. Our 1, 3, 5 rule says that we go over 1, up 1, over 1, up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the 1, 3, 5 rule. We mirror it because we know our parabola is symmetrical, so we can make it the exact same on each side, or you can always do the counting again. We know it opens up because a is positive, so we sketch our graph like that. On our second one, we do the same kind of ditty, only this time our parabola's vertex is -4, +3. So we go to -4 and +3. The -2 here says that we're going to open down. It also takes our 1, 3, 5 rule and we multiply everything by 2. So that's 2, 6, 10. And because it's negative, you could think of it as it's negative, so we go down 2, or you can just know that you go down. So we go over 1, down 2, over 1, down 6, 2, 4, 6, and then over 1, down 10, which is way the heck off of the graph. We can mirror it on the other side, and we notice our parabola is a little bit more narrow this time. So this is not anything new. This is stuff we have done before. The new stuff happens down here. Okay, so this time our vertex, hey, guess what? We didn't make up brand new rules in math because we don't do that. Our HK is still the same thing. Our vertex is HK. This time if A is bigger than 0, our parabola is going to open right. So it's going to go like this. And if A is less than 0, our parabola is going to open to the left. So it's going to go this direction. Notice that our x comes first instead of our y. On the other one, it was y equals x minus h quantity squared plus k. Now everything's just kind of flip-flopped. The x and y are flip-flopped, and the k and h are flip-flopped. So our rules are still the same. So we're going to start off graphing this guy. And we know our parabola's vertex is hk. So h is 1 and k is 2. Same thing. Now that we're with our y, it's what's inside that parentheses. So we go the opposite direction. So even though it says -2, it's a +2. So I'm going to go over 1 and up 2. Now I still use my 1, 3, 5 rule. This time I go over 1, up 1. Let's say that again. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 3, and up 1 over 5, which is going to carry me 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of off my graph. Again, I am symmetrical, meaning exactly the same. So I go like this. On my next one, again, my vertex is going to be h, which is -4, and k, which is 7. I kind of remember that because this is with the y, so that's got to be the y value. Remember, it goes x comma y. So again, this one over here, this was with the y, so that was the y value. This is with the y, so this is the y value. And remember, it goes x comma y. So that's kind of how I think of it in my head. So I'm going to go -4 and up 7, which is going to land me right here. I don't have any a value, or my a value is exactly 1. So I'm going to do the same thing, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 5. And I'm going to mirror that. And draw my parabola to the right. All right, I'm zoomed in here now. So let's do it again. This time, again, our vertex is HK, so it's 5. This is H, this is K. So our K is -3. So we go over 5, down 3. So if we're thinking like, how do I do these? What are my steps? Step 1. Find the vertex. Remember, that's HK. And if it says y in the parentheses, then the number inside the parentheses is the k. And if it says x in the parentheses, the number with the x is the h. So then, because this guy is negative, so then we look at A. A here is negative, so that means I'm going to open up to the left. So I'm going to go up 1, left 1, up 1, left 3, up 1, left 4, and again, I'm just going to mirror that on the other side. And you could count if you wanted to, but I don't think that's really necessary. And we're going to make our fancy little parabola, but it's going to open up to the left this time. So let's scoot it over here. This guy is going to be the same principles as the last one that we did, except instead of going down, we're going to go to the left, and we're going to make it more narrow. So this time there is no h, so it's like there's a 0. So my vertex is 0, +8. And instead of going 1, 3, 5, we're going to go 2, 6, 10, and since it's negative, we want it to open to the left. So I'm going to go over 0 and up 8. I'm going to go up 1 to the left 2, up 1 and to the left 6, 2, 4, 6. I'm just going to mirror that on the other side. I can't do the 10, it's too far. And there we go. You can double check everything with our BFF. Remember what our BFF is? Desmos. So you can always grab your calculator and type that bad boy in. All right, now this time we have to write the equation, and we are given the parabola. So our rules are really going to be kind of the same. We're looking for HK. So here it is, and that point is -2, 1. So -2, 1. That means this is H and this is K. That never changes. We are opening up, so we know it's going to be a y equals something. And we need to just double check, does it go over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, 2, 3, bam, 1, 3, 1, 1. So that's the 1, 3, 5 rule. So our A is going to be a 1. And we just say x minus, plus, because it's a -2, right, squared, plus 1. That's it. Not too bad, guys. This guy we notice is a little bit different because he's upside down, but we're gonna do the same thing. Here is my vertex, -6 and -1. That's my H and my K. I notice he goes down, so that means A is gonna be negative. It also means I'm gonna have a Y equals. So let's double check. Are we over 1, down 1? Oh, down 2 this time. 1, 2. Over 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that must mean that we are, instead of doing a 1, 3, 5, we're a 2, 6, 10. So we are going to have it be a -2, and then it's going to be x plus 6, quantity squared, minus 1. Okay. All right, now these guys are going sideways, so this is where it's going to get a little bit funkier. But again, we start out the exact same way. What's our H and K? Our HK is 1, 1. This is H. This is K. Does not change. Because I am opening to the left, not up and down, I know it's going to be an x equals. And because it's left, I know it's going to be a negative. Now I need to double check. It goes up 1, left 1, 2. Oh, so is this 2, 6, 10? Up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. So it's going to be a -2. Y minus. Now my Y value here is this guy. JK. No, it's not. My Y value is this guy. He's with the K. So it's 1 squared and then a plus 1. Remember, it's opposite, so it's a -1. All right. Last one, friends. So again, we're going to start same way. HK over 2, up 1. HK. Now, I'm going to the right, which means I'm going to be an x equals, and it's going to be a positive value, and then I got to check my 1, 3, 5. I go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Sweet. So it's a 1, 3, 5, so I don't have anything in front. It's going to be a y minus 2. Nope, just kidding. Remember, we go with that k value because this is x, y. So y minus 1 quantity squared plus 2. One more time. If you are stuck, what do? You go to Desmos. And you ask Desmos to graph it and see if you can match it up. Get kind of close, and I bet you can do it. That's all I got for you all. Have a wonderful day. Sorry I couldn't be there today. I hope this video helps you to do your assignment.